Ooh, like Martin Short as Ed Grimley. Ooh, I'm so excited, I must say, because I'm excited about football. And in particular, I am excited about this amazing matchup tomorrow, Saturday, or maybe you're seeing this on Saturday, and it's today at 6 o'clock at Gail and Tom Benson Stadium. I'm talking about the FCS matchup as Incarnate Word hosts Southern Illinois. This one has it all, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I think the game will back it up. This is the best FCS matchup in the country on Saturday, as number 14 Incarnate Word hosts number 9 Southern Illinois. Okay, they say that styles make fights, they make football games too, and this one's really interesting because these two teams have so many similarities, but they've got some really distinctive differences as well. First, the similarities. They're both really good. They both made the playoffs a year ago. They both won a playoff game a year ago. And they go into this season not just with aspirations, but expectations of making the playoffs again, and they can back it up. But here's where it gets a little different. There is amazing continuity right now in the SIU program, and they do have a rich tradition. And as a matter of fact, they've done so well that it was just 24 hours ago that their head coach, Nick Hill, signed a 5-year extension. And he's kind of a cool story because he's coaching at his alma mater. He was the starting quarterback for a couple of years for the Salukis, and he's known as one of the really good offensive minds in the country. SIU's got a lot of players back off a playoff team. They have 5th and even 6th year players, and they've got a returning quarterback. Okay, now contrast that with Incarnate Word. They're good, they're reloading, but they've got a brand new head coach in G.J. Kinney, who has his first career head coaching job. And they have a brand new quarterback in Lindsey Scott Jr., and yet they're not worried. Now think about this. Usually when a guy gets his first head coaching job, it's because the job he has been a train wreck. Nothing could be further from the case. UIW is absolutely loaded. And to Coach Kinney's credit, he's such a secure person that he figured, this ain't broke, so I'm not going to fix it. He retained 3 offensive coaches from last year's amazing offensive programs. And yeah, Coach Kinney has put his print on it a little bit, but for the most part, he's left that alone. And why not? Because the Cardinals scored 40 points a game last year. Okay, so last year's head coach, amazing success. Eric Morris won a Southland Conference championship, his second during his tenure at UIW, but then he left to become the offensive coordinator at Washington State. He saw that as a career move, okay, but he also took UIW's starting quarterback Cameron Ward with him, and think about this, Ward was eligible to come back. He threw 47 touchdown passes last year. Okay, so you got a brand new head coach, and you've lost your quarterback who threw 47 touchdown passes a year ago, and here's how worried UIW is. Not at all. They are ready to go. This is a very talented football team. They gave up a lot of points and a lot of yards last year defensively, but that's just kind of the way things are in college football right now. It's not how many stops you get, it's when you get them. You need key stops at critical times. They have wonderful defensive players. I especially want to brag on their secondary right now because they're too deep at every position. They got 8 guys that can play. And the new quarterback, Lindsey Scott, well-traveled is almost part of his first name. He's played several places. He was the starting quarterback at Nichols last year. But it's amazing. A guy comes into a new program, and he's replacing almost a legend right now. But the amazing thing is the buy-in from all the Cardinal players. They love this guy, and you can see why. He's quite a leader. He is a two-way threat, and you want to talk about quick release, that thing is absolutely out of there. So I'm excited because I get to handle the play-by-play duties on this. I'll be working with my friend and partner, Carl Schoening, and we have a wonderful sideline reporter from UIW, Katie Goodman, so that's going to be fun too. So all kinds of unique things about this matchup, and yes, it is the best FCS matchup in the country on Saturday. That field at Gail and Tom Benson Stadium, one of the few in the country that's laid out east to west. So one more thing that could make this game really interesting to watch, because as the sun goes down, and this is a 6 p.m. kickoff, that sun is coming from some really tricky directions. The one thing I can promise you is a lot of fun and a lot of points, and I'm grateful. So I hope that you'll either go to the game, which is great because again, that stadium is so much fun, or you can check us out on ESPN Plus. Man, what a matchup. Two great programs. By the way, the people in Carbondale, Illinois at SIU, they're wonderful folks. Hi and thank you to all of our friends there. Let's have some fun. It's what we do. It's football season, and I think that's radically rational.